I'm gonna make it right here. What's up? What's up, YouTube Live? YouTube Live. But I'm also gonna split this one up in sessions. So YouTube Live will get the whole thing, and then this you guys will get bits, 3 minute pieces, 3 minute episodes. Okay. What's up, guys? Okay, so what we'll talk about today is we'll talk about a couple different things. So we'll do business and relationship. That seems to be, the majority of my viewers are men. So guys, personal development, being a beast in business. And then recently there was some, I think it was like, I have like 13% viewers women, so we can talk about relationships and girlship. Because I know like guys like hearing stuff like that too. It's good content. I think I've studied a lot. I studied human nature fucking for the longest time, and I needed to for work. All right, guys. So I needed to study human nature for work because I had led a company. It was a nice amount of people. It wasn't just small at all. Johnny just hit me up. Johnny just said, let's do it later. I was going to have him on, guys. But yeah, guys, we'll talk about that. We'll talk about business. We'll talk about human nature, psychology, people, the games that people play, the manipulation. I think that's super important. Realizing how people use manipulation tactics, how to spot them, how to react to them. So let's actually start with that. That's what we're going to start with. So let's start with guys first. So guys, on average, what are the manipulation tactics that they do? And this can help you out with sales and business. Guys' manipulation tactics, a lot of time, is saving face, saving their ego. So majority of the time, they're not telling the truth. So say if you're going to go on a business deal and you guys are trying to sell them and you're asking them questions, the beginning questions are probably going to be lies. Their answers, they're not going to be true. So what you guys have to do in business and when you're in sales and when you're talking to guys, men in general, you have to start with regular basic questions and then you start digging in deeper. All right, you start digging in deeper. So I'll give you an example. Let's say if you're trying to sell a car, right? You're steering car sales. You're like, hey man, what's up? They come in and it's like, hey, so what brought you in today? Are you looking for a car, truck, SUV? What are you looking for? Like, oh, I'm good. I just kind of want to see what you guys have right now. I don't really need a car, but just kind of want to check it out. Boom, lie already. He does need one, but he's saying that so he doesn't. So you don't smell his weakness. All right. So I'm gonna end that one right now. This episode. All right. We'll get back to it. All right. So you're talking to the guy, and this show's about manipulation tactics. We're gonna start off with guys' manipulation tactics. So like in sales situations, business situations. So in sales, let's say you're buying your first question. Hey, you're selling a car. Thank you for coming in. What brings you into? You're looking for a truck, car, SUV. What type of vehicle are you looking for today? Oh, I'm not really looking for one. I'm just gonna checking out the options. Yeah, right. They're gonna try to go away. Okay. So that's a lie, right? That's they're looking for one, but they're gonna save their face, right? On average, a woman, she still may lie. She doesn't want to get sold, but she has a higher chance of telling the truth. She'll probably answer the question, oh yeah, we're looking for a car. Whereas the guy is not going to answer the question, right? So manipulation tactics, okay? So what do you do at that point? A lot of you salespeople, a all you business people, sales people, you guys get mad. I remember because I managed a company, a finance company with sales. I worked with the closers. I trained both sides, openers and closers, and the majority of the time, especially if you're a salesperson or if you're a good closer, you know the game. But the majority of salespeople would get mad because they wouldn't get the truth out of the customer, and they would always tell the closer, "Oh man, this guy's lying. In reality, guys, you should already know that's part of the game. So you have to have follow-up questions, right? And you guys you girls can use this too, this information when you're asking questions to guys. On average, they're going to lie the first 2 to 3 layers. The first layers of question asking, the first 2 to 3 layers are going to be lies, or they're going to be half-truths. Another example, we asking a guy, you seen anyone? Let's say if you're with the homies, you got you in a relationship, you with any girls, like, talking to some girl, but she's whatever. That means that the guy is talking to a girl and he actually likes her. So the whatever was just fake, fugazi. It was fugazi. It's more likely than not he's actually seen and interested. Going back to the car situation, so the guy's like, you know what? No, I'm not looking for I'm not looking for a car. I'm just checking them out, but I'm good. I don't really need one. Okay, great. No problem. If you have any questions, let me know. But in the meantime, what type of car do you have right now? Right. So you kind of you use that to kind of let the pressure off. You say, hey, no problem. If you have any questions, let me know. The pressure's off, right? The guy, and then you bring it back in with another question that he can answer more truthfully. It's easier to answer. Hey, no problem. If you have any questions, let me know. But in the meantime, hey man, actually, what car are you currently driving right now? Boom. You know what? Right now, I drive a Honda Civic. Oh, perfect. We'll bring. So, would you looking to upgrade that, or are you looking to? Are you having a family? What brings you in? Now, even though you have a Honda Civic, it's gonna be like, oh well, we're gonna be having kids here soon, so I'm gonna be looking for a little bit of a bigger car. Boom. So I'll see how he started off with a lie, but in reality, he did need one, but he was just saying that he didn't. Right? On average, a girl's gonna tell you, yeah, we're looking for an SUV, we're having a family. The guy's not gonna tell you that right away, right? So that's what you guys need to know, and you girls can use this too. But in sales and business, you guys have to know that. So that was the tactic that you use with guys is you ask them the question. Once they answer it, you take the pressure off by saying, "Hey, look, no worries. If you have any questions or some other form of taking off the pressure, like, oh yeah, man, it's all good, bro." I'll give you an example. Say, the girl talking example, which is, you talking to any chicks lately or anything, man? And you got to go like, oh, nah, bro, I'm good. Or no, I'm not talking to any chicks right now. I was talking to one, and she's pretty good, but not really. Boom, all he is, right? So you might say, hey man, that's all cool, man. Well, I'm pretty sure you have it, man. Come on, I know you've been talking with that one girl. How are things going with her? Oh, you know what, blah blah. He's gonna start divulging into that, right? This is more for the girls, the ladies aspect. But do you see how you have to ask a question, let them answer? You kind of use a pressure releasing tactic or a sentence, a statement that releases the pressure, and then you ask another question that either is easier to answer, or you say with conviction, like, oh, come on, man, I already know you're doing it, right? So you say, oh, no, right? You release the pressure, and then you're going to go ahead and go with force, with conviction. It's all good, man. Hey, look, no worries. Yeah, bro. Check it out, bro. Look, maybe I've talked to a bunch of chicks, but man, I already know you've been talking to her. What's up with that one girl? Right? That's how you do that. That's another tactic that you guys can do. I'm going to go and end this session here. All right. Okay, so now going back to that car scenario, right? Let's start this one here. All right, guys. So going back to that car scenario with guys and how to use how to spot manipulation tactics and how to react to them properly without being a dumbass, pissing off the guy because he has a big ego. Remember, guys have big egos. You have to save that. That's the main reason why guys lie, so they can save their ego. So you have to. I'm showing you the tactics how you can do that. How I do that in a professional way. I've done this with multimillionaires. I've done this with big deals. You have to do it this way. So once you have the question, once you ask the question, You already know you're going to get the fake answer, right? The fake answer. You're not going to get the real answer. You use bigger cars here. So at that point, you might say, okay, great, perfect. Now, well, we do have a couple options here. What color was your other car, right? So you go with the easy question, another easier question to answer, right? You have to ask him easy questions, so then that way he gets in the momentum of answering your questions, and then you go into the harder questions. So, what color? What color is your Honda Civic? Oh, right now it's a gray. Cool. Are you looking to get the same color, somewhat similar? Yeah, I do like gray. I was actually thinking about getting blue. Boom. Now you got the real color that he was thinking. Okay, cool. And then at that point, that's when you can start kind of divulging it more. Hey, are you looking to trade it in? Do you have a down payment? What are you looking? Assuming we have the car that you're looking for, perfect, everything that you're looking for. How are you looking? Would you like to trade it in? Blah blah, right? So that's how you spot manipulation tactics, and you have to understand that guys are going to lie. Guys are going to lie so they don't get sold. So they don't want to give up information easily. So you have to go with a tactic that releases pressure, and then you ask another question, an easier to answer question, or a question with conviction. That's how you're gonna do that. With women, it's a little bit different. You can go direct. You can ask the questions direct. You ask the same questions. You can ask them the same way, but you want to be a little bit more smooth on the edges. Whereas the guy, you can be a little more direct, smooth on the edges. Such as, I'll give you an example. So, let's see. She's a dress, right? A dress that. Say you guys are shopping, you and your girl, whatever. You're shopping, you go on a date with some chick, and you guys want to go over the fuck, right? Shopping. And then when you ask a question, it's super simple. When you're asking a question and the girl goes, she hesitates to answer. She's like, or she's not really answering fast. She's not answering with conviction. She's not answering fast. That's when when you have to go and ask another question with a easier, how can I put it, an easier tone, a tone that releases and takes away judgment. So I'll give you an example. Let's say she's a little concerned on her weight, even though she looks great, right? Girls are always going to be concerned, even though they look fucking hot. You know what I'm saying? So that's what you guys have to. That's what you guys have to realize. So the girl can be fucking hot as shit, and she's still going to have concerns. So and she's looking at the dress. She likes the dress, but she has some concerns. Hey, she's checking out the dress. Hey, what do you think about that dress? You like it? She's gonna be like, So she's not really gonna. She did the hesitation techniques, right? So when she does the hesitation techniques, the little that type of stuff, or not answering quick, then that's when you can go in with the easier. You might go with so you take away judgment. Hey, you know what? Honestly, that shit looks really good on you. I think you should try it out. So right, and then you basically give her a comment, or you give her a suggestion. You push her to one side, and you let her choose. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. And then she's gonna go ahead and try on the dress, or she's gonna be like, not really. So what you do with women, what you do with girls, is whenever you're asking a question and you're getting like a half-assed answer, or you're getting like an answer that's not direct, or you're getting some sort of just not a direct answer, hesitation, release judgment, take away judgment, and push her towards one side. You might even say, hey, honestly, that dress is super ugly. But you don't want to go with the negative. Always with the positive first. With girls, with women, whenever they don't answer the question properly, or not properly, I'm saying with conviction, like fast, with confidence, then you're gonna have to go with a positive. Like, I'll give you an example. Like, you know what? Yeah, honestly, she's checking out the dress. She's looking at it, and she's not really sold on the dress, but you think it looks good on her, right? Or you just kind of want her to hurry the fuck up. I've done this many times with my ex. You want her to hurry the fuck up and choose, right? So you're gonna push her towards one side, and it's gonna be the positive side. Honestly, look, baby girl, that dress is great on you. I think you should try it out. So you see how you asked the question, I got a hesitation, I pushed her towards the positive, and then now I'm gonna see a response. Oh, you know what? She's gonna either say, you know what, you're right. I'm gonna just try it real quick. Oh, okay, push her, right? Or she's gonna be like, you know what, nah, I just don't like the color. Never mind. So she's gonna make a decision. So the way that you help girls make a decision is by asking them the question, they give you the hesitation, and then push them towards the positive. Have a statement, give them a statement that's something positive, and push them towards that way. If not, they're either going to go for it or they're just going to go on the other side. They're going to go towards the opposite, and then you get the real answer, and then you get faster movement, right? You get to the next, because women, they tend to have a little bit hard times making decisions, and for a lot of different reasons, and that's nothing bad. That's just how they are. So now let's talk about manipulation tactics. Okay, so actually we're going to stop this one here. All right, now let's talk about manipulation tactics. We'll start with women when you're trying to get at them. All right, when you're trying to get at women, on average, they're way better than guys with psychological tactics, and they're not going to give up. They're actually better than guys in the game of getting in the game of the chase, right? I think guys aren't as good. So say you're talking to a girl and she's not. You're asking her. Say you're asking her out, right? And what she's probably gonna do is she understands and she's smelling that she's winning. Not that she's winning, but she has more. She has you in the bag, so she might not text you really quick. She might wait for a while to respond to you because she already knows that she kind of has you in the bag. So you as a guy, you have to understand that is just a tactic that she's using. She has you in the bag, so she's gonna now pull you and increase desire, right? She's gonna make you want her more. How? By making you wait, by maybe texting you the next day, right? By making you want more, right? You're gonna be thinking, she's gonna make you think about her, right? So guys, you have to realize that that's what they're doing. The majority of the time that they're taking, if she's already been giving you signs, she's giving you signs that she's already down, and then all of a sudden you go for the next move, right? Or you go for the date, or you just go for the next move. And if she shows not hesitation, but she's prolonging it, even though you didn't do anything weird or anything like that, she's just playing hard again, making you want it more. So on average, that's what she's doing. So you guys have to realize that and then play the game. What you can do too is you can either, a lot of times a lot of guys play the game back, which you can do. I've done that successfully, where you just play the game back and you take way longer for her to text. Or what you guys can do is, I've done this many times, is you just don't, when you text back with less words, with less, and then you will increase her desire in you. She's gonna be like, oh wait, all of a sudden he's not texting me the way he was. What the hell? So then that way you get leverage back, and then that way you can even the playing field with her. So you have to know that when girls, when they know, when you start showing a lot of interest and they know they have you, you're gonna have to start using leverage back. You're gonna have to start taking your leverage back, because they're gonna start playing their games and realize, oh shit, I got this guy. Let me make him want it more. You can play toward it, guys. You can play towards it. Fuck it, play towards it. But then you have to figure out ways to get your leverage back. You can't let her be winning the whole time, because then she just has you too easily, and she's not gonna want to pursue that. All right. Okay, so let's go going back to that. So what are some ways that you can get leverage back? What are some ways that you can get leverage back, right? Some ways that you can get leverage back is by not showing her attention on the socials. So if you're talking to her, you're going for the whole date, you're going for the next move, and all of a sudden, and you know that you've had her in the bag, and all of a sudden she's trying to play her, play hard to get games, and that's when you have to start playing your hard to get games, but not too intense. Don't try not to go too hardcore, or then you're just gonna hurt her ego, and then you're gonna ruin the whole thing. So you got to make sure that it's light. So I'll give you an example. Maybe you're not looking at her fucking stories anymore, right? Maybe instead of you looking at her stories fucking right away, maybe you're doing it way later. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're not, maybe you were liking her pictures, and all of a sudden you're not really liking her pictures. You're still texting her, you're still communicating with her, right, on the text, but all of a sudden you can keep your text game the same, and then you can lower it on the socials. Does that make sense? So that way, when she's playing hard to get games with you, and she's starting to win in the leverage, then you got to take some leverage back. You can do it through text, you can do it on the socials. Maybe you're not texting her with as much words. Maybe you're keeping it more short. That's one way on the text. Another way is you're not showing her the same attention on the socials. So that's pretty simple stuff, guys. I think I'm going to have some other guys that do this very well too. They do that a lot. That way we can have more of a conversation with other guys. All right. So let's do the next topic, say with business and sales. So let's go back on the business side. So on the business side, let's say when you're dealing with women in sales and business, you want to definitely use a lot more. You want to use kind of options and push them. You can do the same thing with guys, but with guys, it might be best to go with less options and be more directive. First, you have to ask a lot of questions to get the feel of what the guy wants, and then you push him towards that option. With girls, you're gonna still have to get all the questions, but you're gonna have to kind of shoot her for options, and then she's gonna gravitate towards one. And then if you're starting to hesitate too much, and that's when you have to kind of use a pushing mechanism, a little bit more forceful, hard closing techniques. With guys, you're gonna want to do that a little bit more up front. Whereas with girls, they're gonna see that and they're gonna go, oh crap, they're gonna be a little bit too. You might turn them off, or you might they don't respond to pressure as well as guys do. All right, let's talk about. Okay, so the business part, right? On for the guys. So for the guys on when you're doing deals, best thing to do with them when you're first starting out is to let them know that you're upfront. That I hope that you appreciate that I'm going to be upfront with you, and that I would love and I would want that from you as well. So that way we can have a smooth process. Right? When you do that, you can do that with a girl too. That might with a girl, it's going to kind of be like, oh crap. And with the guy, that's going to get him to respect you. So when you want to get respect from guys in deals and business deals, you're going to want to be upfront in the beginning, and then let them know that that's what you're expecting from them as well. So make sure that you use your skills. Make sure that you use language that's upfront. Like you say, hey man, look, the way I like doing business is upfront and transparent. So that way we don't play any games, we don't waste any time. But also in the meantime, the process is a lot easier for you. You get to see the products that we have. You get to see what we're all about, and in a way where there's no BS and no fucking smoke up your ass. Is that cool? Cool. Well, then you can proceed on to your sales process. So when you're doing business deals with guys, it's best to let them know that you're upfront. Show transparency and upfront language. Use language that's very transparent upfront in the beginning of the call, in the beginning of the process. And then also throw in a statement that's what you expect from them as well. So that way the process can be easy on both ends. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's go and talk about another subject here. Let's talk about the type of women, right? The type of women that guys that are on top of their shit, the guys that have their shit together, and that are actively actively going towards their goal and their mission and their purpose. I'm not talking about guys that aren't. I'm not talking about guys that just play video games and fucking smoke weed all day. I'm not talking about those guys. Unfortunately, you guys, you don't even deserve a girl. You can't even take care of her. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you just can't. So we're gonna talk about guys that can take care of a girl and that are qualified, right? Because I think a lot of guys right now in the 20s, which I do not believe that's a good idea to be in a relationship. Even though I was, biggest mistake I've learned to not be in a relationship in your 20s, because then those are the years where you have the most energy. That's when you can be the most enthusiastic. That's when you can risk the most in your 20s. Why waste that being comfortable with a girl? And you know you're going to be comfortable with a girl. You know that. Girls make you comfortable, and it's fine. You can always use that for fuel too, but come on, man. We've all been in relationships where fucking watching Netflix eating pizza. We all know that. So let's get to it. All right. So what you should guys be doing is seeing her socials, seeing if she's showing too much skin. Is it too much? If she looks like someone that's too much looking for attention, red flags. Girls that are looking for a lot of attention, red flags. They have way too many followers with a lot of guys that are commenting on their pictures and all that stuff, red flags. That's probably gonna piss off some of your girls. Why is it a red flag? Because she is an attention whore, and she has a higher chance of valuing attention more than commitment. So instead of you being loyal and being committed in a relationship, she's gonna probably value and care about the attention more than long-term commitment. Massive red flag, massive. We're gonna end this episode right here. Okay, so we're talking about guys who are on their game, have their shit together, on their mission, in their 20s, late 20s, early 30s. What type of girls they should be going after and how to qualify them. So, first off, see if she's an attention whore. If she loves attention and that's all, and it looks like that's all that she does on her socials, which is posting pictures of kind of being all over the place, all over the world, very, very promiscuous, revealing clothes and stuff like that. We all know that, guys. Come on, you should know that by now. So girls that are showing a lot of skin, a lot of comments from guys, and are consistent in posting, stuff that reveals their body a lot. Red flags. The girl should have a mix. She should have a mix of pictures, not just pure revealing. If it's 80-90% revealing pictures, done. You should move on to the next one, because she's going to mostly value attention more than actual. That's not commitment. You guys are going to mess up. You're going to waste your time. Even though she's hot, that's the worst part. It's gonna be hot, and it's gonna make you guys not see the red flags. Right. So, all right. Next thing is texting her, and she's not texting back with a lot of enthusiasm, or as not enthusiasm, but asking questions back to you. Done. If you're the one that's always having to ask questions and always having to push the conversation forward, very high chance that she won't take care of you, and that she's mostly about herself. So if she's not, you know what I'm saying? It has to be questions asking. It has to be both parties. If you're the only one that's asking questions and looking interested through your text, it's not worth it. Not worth it. She probably already has too much attention, there's no interest. So what's going to happen is that you're going to pull a baddie. She's not going to show no interest at all. Not going to ask questions back. Just mostly answer yours. Then you already know that either A, she's not really too interested in you, or she has so many other options that she's responding to the other options, and you're not really hitting it. You know, you're not making her tingle. So that's why she's just answering your questions, and then that's it. Not responding back with the interest. So she's too much revealing clothes. 80% of her fucking pictures are revealing clothes. When you text her, she doesn't really ask you questions. She just answers yours. Red flags. Because the guys that are on their shit, that have their shit together, you guys need women that are going to be